So why
are you wearing a sweater? It's 98 degrees in here.
It's the tech channel.
But you're wearing shorts.
Because it's hot in here.
Unzip the jacket at least or something. It's hot.
This is a lot of change for them. Yeah, I don't know if they're prepared. We'll wait till 2017. I'll get new shirts and everything. We're of course here to
Why
review.
am I here?
We're of course here to review the Galaxy Gear S2, last year's Samsung watch, because the S3 is not available, of course, yet, and I'll be asking you about that later.
Why am I here?
Well, you're here, Wyatt, because last time we compared a watch to the Apple Watch. It was the Huawei watch, which I let you test for a while after I used it for a while. And since we did that once, you're obviously going to come on the show every time we review a Samsung
Every time you
watch.
loan me a product, I'll...
Just about that, yeah. Because you're our Samsung guy. And if you didn't know, Android Wear 2.0 came out during the summer, but apparently none of the Android Wear watch manufacturers are making new watches this year. They all folded and said, not worth it, because Apple and Samsung have taken the lead over the industry. So, obviously, I used it for a little while, and I can get into that. But Wyatt,
yes.
Overall impressions, how did it compare to the Huawei watch? That's Android Wear. Did you like it?
I enjoyed it much more than the Huawei watch.
Okay.
Mostly, probably 100%, because of the spinning bezel.
That was a big change for me.
It is very nice.
I'm very glad they added something that could like compete with Digital Crown. Mm-hmm. And you said, on your opinion, Digital Crown versus bezel.
Yeah, I honestly prefer the bezel more than the Digital Crown because I have fat hands and I can't get in close with the Digital Crown.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you can like one finger.
Yeah, you just
more often. That's true. Also, the charger it came with, I'm actually in more favor of than the Apple Watch because it's like a personalized dock, magnetic dock.
Yeah, nice. It's just when you're done with it, or it's almost out of battery,
here you go.
or you're going to bed, you just that, and then
first try.
Let me see it.
It sits there very, very strong, and it immediately goes into a nightstand mode, so the clock reorients itself.
So you can read it.
Yeah, and I find that a lot better than what the Apple Watch does, which is just like a solid circle that you just place on, and it's like, good luck.
Yeah, on the Huawei watch, you had to. There was like
pins.
There was like 3 pins. You had to nizzle it in there,
which was weird because it was magnetic.
Yeah, it was.
Because it would always want to snap on, but it wouldn't be charging.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that at all.
Nizzle.
In terms of dictation and replying to texts, it does that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't let you reply to like Facebook Messenger.
No, it doesn't do that.
That's what I've discovered.
I preferred the Huawei watch for replying to text because it had the OK Google.
That's right, yeah.
And this one it doesn't.
It's not Google. What do you do?
Like if you were to text me, I'd have to go to the setting. Then I'd have to press either the terrible
That's
like,
voice.
No the.
Because that is an option I discovered.
That's what's fine.
I didn't want to set it up.
That's what's fine. The only thing I don't like is you have to select it.
Select S voice?
Yeah. So if
you can't bring it to attention.
Yeah, you have to go to the. You have to go to the S voice setting and then say text rule this.
So there was no hey S voice?
No.
Really? I wonder.
I mean, not that I tried.
So did you find it more comfortable at all than the Huawei watch? Or comfortable in general? It just disappeared into life? It didn't bother you at all? You didn't think about it?
No. Okay. It was just like on my arm like a regular watch, just like
Forget
the Huawei.
It's there?
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was a little heavier than my Apple Watch, but I did forget about it after a while.
I mean, it's not really a matter. It doesn't.
Yeah, because you're not picking it up.
Yeah, it's not like
it's a part of you.
It's
a part of.
It's sure. It's just another thing on your wrist.
So battery life, did you get about equal performance?
Yeah.
Was it like charging it every day then?
I charge it every night, regardless of whatever the battery was.
What was it typically at the end of the day?
About 90.
90?
Yeah, about 90%.
It'll only lose 10% over the whole day?
Yes.
So you could probably last 3, 4, 5 days on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
If I were just didn't charge it whatsoever, just left it on, because I wasn't like on it like 24/7.
Sure.
I just used it when I felt the notification, when I checked the time.
As you should with a smartwatch.
Whenever I was, just because it has a nice feature for Bluetooth to your phone, and you could play music from your phone, and I like that. That's what I use it most.
Does it have a speaker?
No.
I don't think it does. And I believe they added that with the...
Let me try that.
I believe they added a speaker with the Gear S3. And I could be entirely wrong, but I believe they did. The reason I was testing the Gear S2, by the way, it was because it was the most latest Samsung smartwatch that was available and the most highly reviewed. And the S3 was announced, but it wasn't available on Amazon yet. And the changes they made with the Gear S3, which I don't know if you know about, were not major. It was like added cellular. Do you think you would use it without your phone anywhere?
No.
You would take your phone with you no matter what?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't affect your buying choice?
I would take my phone before I took it.
You would leave that at home?
Yeah.
And it also added built-in GPS. Would that affect your buying choice?
No, it's because it would just be like, oh, another notification. That's
well, like the GPS is most helpful for like when you go on a walk or run and it can track.
I get it. Like the number of steps.
Whenever I go on a walk or something, I'm taking my phone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see why that would make a huge influence on your decision. Yeah. Or like spend the extra money on the newest version. Yeah. When this one is still just as capable if you are a Samsung person.
Well, I mean, it depends on what the Gear S3, what they actually add.
It's not much.
You never know.
One thing I'd like to point out is people who are in favor of Android Wear would like to say that the Apple Watch has too many buttons, which there are two. Do you think Android Wear people would hate this, given it has a rotating bezel and 2 buttons? So there's like 3 different physical types of input. Do you think they would hate it even more?
No, probably not, because they're like, oh, our products are better. Probably only because
they just hate Apple.
Probably only because of specification. Yes.
Okay, so as long as it's not Apple Watch.
Probably.
They think it's great.
Mostly.
Okay. So I obviously let you try this for free.
Yes.
But would you be willing to spend? I don't know actually. Put a price to it. What would you be willing to spend on something like this? Would it be higher than the Huawei?
How much was the Huawei? It was what, 400 something?
Huawei from Google was 400. But you said it had to be like under 200.
I think under 200. This.
Would you pay more for it?
I think I would. I would pay probably closer to 300 for this one.
Okay.
Just because of the bezel.
Well, it is less than that. Congratulations. Perhaps.
From Google or from.
No, that's not from Google.
From Amazon.
Amazon.
It costs less.
On Amazon, it was $265.
Nice.
And since
I would be okay with paying that.
And since the Gear S3 is coming out very soon, that'll probably get even lower.
Nice.
So
it works. Enough. It works just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that a lot of the watch faces had various stylizations.
There's not as much stylization as the Huawei.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I didn't know you could stylize that much on the Huawei.
You could stylize a lot more.
Okay.
I mean, you could pick different watch. There was a larger variation of watch faces on the Huawei than on.
Because you had like the Android app that lets you go to third party. Does this not have third party watch faces?
I don't know. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, you can pick.
But none of them were very interesting to you. All the ones it's built in.
All the ones that are built in.
For?
I don't care much for besides the simple.
Yeah.
The simple large.
That's honestly what I do. Surprisingly, smartwatch wearers like seeing the time. It's
analog.
Great.
I prefer analog over classic.
So I have to ask this. Well, I really don't, but I'm going to anyway. Did you enjoy the activity tracking side of the S?
I didn't use it.
Okay. I didn't like it either.
Okay.
I used it once. I'm just joking. It wasn't that bad. All it does is, track your steps. That's about it. And it tells you how long the workout is and how many calories you burned. Very simple. And the S Health, which you get on your Samsung phone, which I did on the Note 7. Kaboom. It was meh. It was mostly like, check your heart rate and it'll tell you how stressed you are. And I didn't know what to do with that information. Oh, look, I am not stressed or calm.
Look, your heartbeat is regular.
That's what it did. I tried it at several different parts throughout the day, and the S Health would be like, "You're fine," and then it was like, "Track your water."
That'd be funny. Like you've been in that car crash, and like you're just like lying dead on the floor. It's like you're okay.
You're fine. Your heart rate's fine. He's dead. He's fine. Don't worry about it. So you'd say overall that the addition of the rotating bezel and this Tizen OS, which is what it's called, it's not Android Wear.
That's fine.
Makes it worth it to you.
Yes, on interface. I like the bezel a lot
because you just don't like swiping through stuff on Android Wear.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Samsung copied Apple in the idea that there needs to be some other way to navigate through menus. Not against them copying Apple. This is fine. So, similar to the Note 7, I would also say that if you're a Samsung person, if you hate Apple products and you're looking for a watch, we'd recommend this one.
Yeah.
It's affordable. Its newer predecessor isn't that much different, unless you plan on leaving your phone home a lot, which you shouldn't.
You should not. Get
this one because it's affordable, and you'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, if you like Samsung products, you'll probably like this one.
Okay, thank you. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one. Which this can check your heart rate.
Yep.
Did you need that?
No, I never used it once.
I tried it to see if it worked.
And it did, didn't it?
I couldn't tell you if it was wrong. I wouldn't know.
All right, here we go.
Aha! It is confirmed, folks. Wyatt has a heart rate.
78 BPM.